Welcome everybody to another race with an everyday Zwifter just like you. Today we're doing the race Evo CC Sprint Race Series in the Spirit Forest in Makuri Islands. And I'm about to see something I've never seen before. A whole bunch of people right up from the start and we're still there. I'm guessing that's another grade, B grade or A grade or both, and C and D grade are still waiting to go another minute. Not sure how this one's going to roll. A lot of it is on dirt. I've chosen to go the gravel bike, but I can see on the start line that a lot of people are sticking with the road bikes. It is reasonably hilly and the gravel bike is heavier, but it has a better performance on the dirt tracks, so should be easier on the flat, but I'm not sure how we're going to go on the hills. Anyway, let's head off on this race and see how it goes. It'll be a good test. So it's the season at ease and some people are really hammering from the start. I've raced against Lesby before and I know he's a strong performer, so I'm going to gauge my performance off that rider. So if I can drag myself up to him, I will be alright. Apologies for my camera operating. I'm not much of a drone operator and I might drag you through a few trees. Right now we're going up a hill though, and being on the gravel bike, it feels heavy. And they just come up straight past. So I'm going to do my best to hang on till we can hit the dirt. This is basically the back of the pack now. It's another 9 seconds back to the rider behind. So I'm just going to do whatever it takes to hang on to these guys. Yep, all road bikes. There's my Canyon Grail ready for the trail. Will it fail? Dun-dun-dun. So not too long now we'll be on the gravel and you can see that rider I said Lesby, he's just gone off the top of the list. They're 10-11 seconds in front. I'm just hanging on to this second group. And you see on the top map, here comes our corner onto the gravel. Thank goodness. Ah, the sweet relief. My power instantly drops down to the 3 watt a kilo, just under threshold. And here I go. Just seems to automatically roll to the front. I don't know if it's psychological, it just feels better knowing that I'm on a gravel bike on gravel. So now it's 2 watts a kilo. Already pulled back some seconds on the group in front. They're doing 3s, 3.6s. Doing 3s to 3.6s. And I seem to be dragging everyone in my group. up to the group in front. It's a service I perform. So that was a fairly flat bit, and we've made up most of the difference on these riders. And now we hit the hill again, and you see a couple that want to jump across. I'm just going to tempo across, as they say. As soon as I hit that hilly bit, I feel like I'm slowing down a bit, so something to watch. Alright, back on the flat, they're back at the 3-4 seconds. Just put a few watts down, try and bridge this so I can sit in the draft and recover. There we go. 2.3 k's down. Pretty well the lead group is seized. Still on the lead in. There's a very long lead in this. I'm not sure why. The course actually starts at the top. So now with the groups together, we'll fast forward a little bit till we get to the next important part of the race. Watch as we get to the hills, and the group just sort of goes to the front and I try and hang on. We get to the flat bit and then I roll to the forward. It's just how it seems to go with the road bikes and the gravel bikes. Four kilometres down, just struggling to hang on. But it's flattened out and I can just roll my way back in. Still on the lead in. Still on the lead in, 4.5 k's. Now we start the first lap. 4.7 k's down, it's nuts. Just push forward here. Notice that Bruce has dropped off the back, so just push forward and drop to a group of 3. Now I'm hoping that the gravel bike's going to fly downhill with not much power, but it doesn't seem to be having much of an advantage over the other 2. They seem to be able to hang on easily, so it must be the draft or something. So just got to take the time to recover the legs, because there's a few k's of tarmac coming up, and that's going to be hard for the gravel bike. Looking at the power numbers on the side though, it does look like I'm in the 2s to mid 2s, where they're up to 3, trying to keep this pace. So gravel bike is at an advantage on these tracks. Use the downhill to swing onto the tarmac in the lead. Now I'll try to hang on. I'm just going to sit in the draft to save as much energy as possible. If it's downhill, it'll be alright for me, but going uphill, that's when I'm in danger and don't want to lose contact. See, 9.2 k's, I'm dropping back. Oh, no, don't lose contact. Spin forward. When you got the pain in the legs, it's half psychological. Anyway, we're back on the dirt now. Psychological advantage is in my court. We've got to ride up that hill again. So now I've had the experience of that first lap around. I recognise, well, I probably don't have much of an advantage going uphill, so I have to find some advantage on the flats and see if I can get a gap. 10.3 k's coming up to lap rider and Noto. Going up this last little hill, so I'll chuck the feather out. Here's my chance. It said 9% gradient, but then it flattens out. So I'm going to put the hammer down and try and get a gap. Looks like it's working on Makuri. 6-7 seconds, is it? But Lethby, he's able to pretty well keep up. It's 2 seconds, 29 meters. So just got to make the most of this little downhill. Try and keep the watts up and increase that gap, and hope I can hold it to the end. It's only 2.2 k's to go. 2Ks to go. We've hit the upgrading again, 5-6%. Heart rate's maxed out now because I put that effort in, and Lethby is coming. It was over 50 meters. It's 5 seconds, and now it's 3 seconds, 15 meters. He's closed it down in no time flat. That tells me that road bikes aren't that much of a disadvantage. He's hammering along at 4.5 watts a kilo, and he has bridged that gap. That's all I can do now, to hang on to his wheel and see if we can come to the finish together. A little bit of flat, I can just pull it back. We're back up onto the hills now. He's back up to 4 watts a kilo. And I think I'm done. He's riding away. I can't give any more. Oh well, we tried. It was a good experiment. Still trying. Oh, we're not doing 3.5 watts anymore. 3.5 watts a kilo, that is. Oh, now look at him go, 4.7. Oh. Now look into the distance, and he's disappearing. So you look at that distance and go, well, I only had 5 seconds on him, so he could have seen me the whole time. He's 10 seconds away and I can still see him and feel like I can catch him. Anyway, he's stretching the lead out now, 17 seconds and growing. Now I've just got to conserve my position, 1 kilometre to go, 900 metres, and just make sure I stay in front of Makuri for second. This is the longest 800 metres of my Zwifting life. Uphill is so slow. You know, the legs are recovered a little bit. Looks like I'm able to hold off Makuri. No chance of catching Lethby. Not long to go. Try and crank it out to the finish now. Let's get this thing done. Phew-wee. There we go. So there's the A grades, the B graders and the C graders. So 5th overall, not too bad, not too shabby. So Thank you for watching this. Hope you learned something. Next time I ride this course in a race, I'm going to ride my road bike, because a climbing road bike, because it's very hilly and looks like they're faster. Time for some recovery. No worries. We'll catch you next time. Bye bye.